Hey everyone, Saturday, May 13th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day so far. I'm in a good place, and I'm excited for a productive session. So let's hit some online classes, as we usually do. I'll talk you guys through what I'm learning there. Gonna hit some guitar work today, and then move forward on the production front, polishing up some lyrics for a new song I'm working on, and then also working on a horn arrangement for the song I'm working on right now. And I'll share with you guys what I'm learning and what I'm doing, and just hope you guys can take something awesome away from the video. So let's get into it. All right, excellent session overall. I'm happy to report. Um, Started off with more about just the Python programming language in the ear sketch library, just chipping away at that like a couple minutes at a time. And today he was talking about loops and randomized number generation and lists in Python, which are basically programming functions that span like as many programming languages I know. And those have obvious benefits when it comes to making things like music. So looping parts or randomly generating some rhythms or something like that to try out different things, or just like storing different rhythms or different note values. And it definitely gets into a way of systematizing music that I think is really interesting. I don't know if it's exactly analogous to human creativity, and that would be a difficult parallel to draw just because human creativity is a sort of elusive thing. But it's really interesting to start to think about the depth of that um, examination and that analogy. You know, like that's some deep stuff. So I'll go down that rabbit hole a different day. But I'm starting to go down it, and it's pretty cool. It's just a fun intellectual exercise. So I'm excited to see where that takes me. Then I was moving on to my music business class, just going a little further, talking about brand and image. And basically, the idea is like, you know, when you're trying to create a brand, what you're trying to create is like a community. You're trying to attract people who are like minded, who share similar values or interests as whatever your brand represents. And I think that's a cool idea, you know, when I think about the really successful entrepreneurs and brands that I respect and admire, especially the young people out there doing it independently right now. I think about the culture of their brand and the culture of their fan base and their customer base. And it's cool to think about creating that for myself. Just thinking about what are the values that are important to me, what do I want to put out into the world that's going to bring people like that, you know, closer to me, or just build a relationship with those people. How do I want that relationship to go? What do I want it to be predicated on? And it's fun. It's cool. So I'm going further with that. Excited to do more. Then I moved on to my harmony class, and man, it really feels like I'm in grad school doing this. I feel like that's kind of like the vibe that I'm in right now, and it's great, man. It's exciting and fun, and I love it. So the harmony class, I was going further with seventh chords, and then moving further in the book, which is getting into coloring your basic chord colors. The basic chord colors are major, minor, seventh, and power chords. And then they're talking about different notes you can add to spice things up, like twos and like the second degree of the scale, fourth degree of the scale, seventh, how the seventh would change a power chord or a major chord or a minor chord. So it's fun. It's all like it's all stuff that I know and I understand, but it's really nice to be intellectualizing it and systematizing it so that I feel like it's all available in like an organized format in my mind. Like, oh, how would it be to move this, like put the sixth in there? Do I want the sixth? Do I want the four? I just think I'm getting a little bit more systematic and a little bit more focused and a little bit more intentional with the emotion and the sound that I'm generating. And that, I think, is really the ultimate goal for me right now, is like efficiency with getting what's in my head out into the world. And I think that having a more systematic approach to songwriting will really, really help with that. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how that goes. So that was great. And then I did some guitar work, just basically reviewing my minor chord exercises, just try to get more comfortable moving between D minor and other chords. D minor is sort of like that shape of D minor is kind of new for me. And same thing with the A minor chords. So I was just playing around with that. And then I was doing a little bit of singing practice. The Musicism online class, I mean, when you're paying for the guitar course, you get the singing class at the same time, which is really awesome. So I'm just going through some of those lessons, just getting into the basics, you know, diaphragmatic breathing, how your vocal cords work, etc., which is super cool. Again, like, you can't be too good at the basics. That's what it's all about. So that was great. And then I took a break, was reading in my arranging book about gosh, what was I reading about, guys? This is kind of a lot to remember. I was reading about, but this is good recall practice, you know, trying to remember what you were doing before. It's really good for your long-term memory. So I was moving from chords, from color substitutions to, I think he called them leading chords or something, or something. He's talking about how you have like chromatic passing tones in a melody, or you have diatonic passing tones. Approach chords, that's what they're called. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it's going to be some like an intermediate chord where you like use it to lead into another chord or another part of the melody or something. So I'm excited to think about that a little bit. It's definitely relevant for some of the writing I'm doing right now. And then I dove into my track and was just trying to apply some of the stuff I've been learning in the arranging book to the track. I was figuring out what key color the track is in. I was figuring out what chord the bass line implies at different parts, and just experimenting with different voicings between different instruments to augment the melody. So that's definitely like a sticking point right now, so I feel like it could be a little bit slow going for the next few days as I ramp up with that and sort of get a style and get a feel for what the different chord colors sound like, how the voicings sound, and like what I want, how I like it. And I was thinking like I might keep it pretty simple, like I might use the power chord thing, which is an exciting parallel between the harmony class and my horn writing. But I'm just going to play around with different intervals, different voicings between different instruments, and just come up with what sounds the freshest and most interesting to me. So that was pretty much it. I was using the guitar to just, you know, make sure I know where the notes of the bass line are and how I want the harmonies to be, and it's a really good tool. I feel like I just have a little bit more facility on that rather than like moving the MIDI notes around, and just that can get I can kind of get lost in that. So I hope you guys got something out of today's video. I hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, just pursuing your dreams, living life to the fullest, and just capitalizing on the opportunities that are available to you. You know, we don't all have the same opportunities. It's just the way life is. And I think for me, the greatest enjoyment I've gotten is just like looking at the opportunities I have, figuring out what's most appealing to me, and then just pursuing that as much as I possibly can, while staying balanced with other commitments and other things. You know, you don't want your life to go off the rails while you're pursuing some dream. I mean, that makes it really hard a lot of times to keep it going. But, you know, I think we all can be honest with ourselves about where we are right now and where we want to be. And I was reading this article recently about not focusing on where you are, but focusing on your trajectory, and I thought that's such a cool way of thinking about your life, because like really what you're today is going to be tomorrow. Like what tomorrow is going to be is all based on your trajectory, I just am having fun, taking myself from where I am closer to where I want to be, and I just hope you guys are doing some version of that out there, because I think that pursuit of that goal is really rewarding and really beautiful. So just want to encourage you guys, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for commenting and asking questions and just letting me know that there's other people on the other side of the camera, not just talking to nobody out here. And I just wish you guys the best with all your endeavors. And I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back on Monday for more. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get back to the grind, guys. I'll see you soon.